Hello everybody. Today I wanted to make a video talking about my 3-month experience of being bald. As many of you know, about 10 years or so I've been balding and decided to finally go from balding to bald. And today I want to talk about my experience, some of the pros and cons of it. The first pro I wanted to talk about, and probably one of the first things that people always mention whenever they see it, especially for the first time, is, wow, that must be low maintenance.
Bald, low maintenance.
So, for starters, yeah, to an extent, it's true. It is lower maintenance compared to a regular haircut. I would say on average, I probably spend somewhere around 6 to 8 minutes, roughly, every 2 or 3 days. And that includes shaving the head, putting a little bit of polish on it so it looks really nice. And that's really it. You can go longer than 3 days, but in my experience, I feel like it kind of looks the best after about 2 to 3 days. And then any longer than that, and it kind of just looks like a buzz cut. Kind of you lose the shine. Now, besides only talking about the few minutes that it takes to actually cut your hair, one of the other pros is that you spend that 6 minutes or so every couple of days, and then that's it for those couple of days. There's no such thing as bedhead. There's no such thing as the wind ruining your hair. If it's pouring rain out, it doesn't matter. Your hair always looks like that for a couple days. So if you like going to the gym, if you're like hiking, if you have a convertible, anything like that, and you're tired of bad hair days, maybe you should consider going bald. So the first con that I wanted to talk about, and this is the big one, especially if you have pretty pale skin such as myself, you got to be mindful of the sun. I would definitely recommend maybe getting a sun hat, or at the very minimum a trucker cap, kind of like this. You're going to need it. Personally, I haven't noticed it, but with no hair, you're more likely to get cold. So, especially in the winter, you're probably going to want something like this. Keeps you nice and warm. At least for me, I usually run pretty hot, a little sweaty, so I really haven't had that issue. But I'm sure in the dead of winter, when it's like 20 degrees outside, I'll definitely want to keep my head hot. Next point I wanted to talk about was cost. So I know haircut prices are getting kind of ridiculous. I always went to Lemon Tree for years and years, pretty much my whole life. Only special occasions I would go to a barber shop or something, and haircut prices are getting kind of crazy now. I always hear people talking about spending $40, $50 plus tip. You'll be saving a lot of money if you go bald. So I have a pretty budget-friendly Amazon head shaver. I think it was about $40. I'll put the link up. That's a pretty big cost savings over going to the barber. Plus, I still have it, and who knows, maybe it'll last 6 months, maybe it'll last a year. One other small con that I wanted to mention is sometimes putting a hoodie on. I know this is going to sound silly, but especially if it's been a day or two since you last shaved your head, it's almost like the hoodie will get kind of stuck on your head. And it happens a little bit with shirts, but I really noticed it with hoodies more so. So we're here with Mr. Simp Brew, my good buddy John. So John, thank you for thanks for joining the interview here. I wanted to ask some questions.
All right.
With some pretty nice hair yourself.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I just came back from the gym. I take care of it. I try to use, all more like natural shampoos, like no sulfates or whatever crap is in it. But, it's definitely something that I'm trying to maintain.
Mm-hmm. So funny enough, one of the points that I mentioned earlier in the video is once you shave, you don't have to worry about any hat hair. It doesn't matter if you're hiking, if you're going to the gym, driving in a car, or whatever. Is that something that you worry about?
I definitely don't go to the gym early in the morning. I go to work early in the morning, so the gym's not even open at that time. And B, even if I did, I wouldn't want to be all sweaty all day. I would definitely have to wash my hair and that. And as you know, Chris, LA Fitness just, when it comes to their bathrooms, absolutely disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely is something I worry about. Hence why I try to go to the gym at night. It's like the last thing I do in whatever errands I'm running. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Next question. How much does a haircut cost for you?
Me being out in a little bit of a higher cost of living area compared to you, I walk to the guy down the block from me. he's about like $28 for a cut before any tips or anything like that. So I usually give him a 5 as a tip. So you're talking almost 40 bucks. Yeah, almost like $40. You're like $35-$40.
About how much time do you spend every day doing your hair in the morning?
Maybe like 5-10 minutes. It's not long. Honestly, the beard takes more maintenance than the hair half the time.
I spend about 5 to 8 minutes every 2 or 3 days, and then that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
No maintenance is one of the perks.
That is very nice. I will say, definitely, bald, low maintenance. Like, I definitely think you made the right decision for going bald. It definitely, some guys could pull it off, other guys can't. You definitely pull it off. No doubt about it.
You're not losing your hair, really. Your hairline looks pretty solid. But let's say, hypothetically, in the future, if you were to lose your hair, what approach do you think you would take? Would you embrace the baldness? Would you try to hide it? Would you try to do the hairline restoration? What path do you think you would go on?
I don't know. I like surgery, like where they take the transplant and they move the hair like at the back of your neck and move it forward. I don't know. That's just not for me personally. But I would ride out whatever hair I have left until it kind of like what you did, Chris. You just kind of said, you know what? I'll just go bald and just shaved it all. I'll shave it all off. But if that happens, it is what it is. I'm not really overly concerned. Is there anything that you miss about having hair?
It's a good question. To be fair, I actually didn't talk about that in the video yet. Honestly, as far as what I miss from having hair,
yeah,
there's really not too much I miss. I think it looks pretty good bald.
Okay. Hey, I mean, I can understand not wanting hair. If anything, like my wife's a teacher. She could be, prone to getting lice from some of the kids. Like she teaches kindergarten. It's a risk. And without having hair, you don't really have much of that problem. Like where's the lice gonna go? Your beard,
Yeah.
Not sure if that works, but
all right. Well, thanks for the interview, Mr. Simpru. I appreciate the time, your thoughts on it.
Oh yeah,
been a big help to the video.
Yeah, anytime, Mr. POV. If you don't know already, Mr. POV's got some sick merch.
Yes.
You gotta like, subscribe, smash that like button.
Oh, thanks for coming to the interview there, Vasu.
What's up, buddy?
Appreciate you taking the time to do this. So I had some questions. We're talking about what it's like being bald. And you're actually kind of an interesting character yourself because you have a nice full head of hair and you've been bald before.
That's right. I have been.
So hopefully we can get some perspective into
bald by choice.
By choice.
Unlike
you. So my first question, how much do you spend on haircuts and hair maintenance right now?
So I actually, for the past 3 months, have not gone to a barber. 4 months, actually. I cut it myself.
Very nice.
Pretty sweet. Fresh fade.
Yeah, it looks good.
Freshly done myself.
Show us the back.
Well, the back, I haven't done.
It's crooked.
The back, I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, it looks fine.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Exactly. Well, but before, I used to pay like probably $50 a haircut, and it was every month, and sometimes it'd be every 3 weeks. Just one day, I was just like, why can't I just do that myself?
Interesting. So now let me ask you. You said bald by choice. Why did you cut your hair bald?
I said the day after I graduated college, I would shave my head bald, and I had Pete. Went right in my parents' backyard, got the kind of like what he did with you, shaving cream, and razored it off, and it was shiny and bald. Put the picture somewhere.
Yep, yeah, it'll be on there. So how long were you bald for?
Till it grew back, so maybe like 2 months.
Okay.
A month.
And how was your experience in those 2 months?
No different than usual.
Yeah, no sunburn, no...
I mean, it felt weird when you first went in the shower, but like...
let's say hypothetically in the future, if you do lose your hair,
okay,
what approach would you take? Would you go bald? Would you try hiding it?
I would definitely use this.
So you would embrace the baldness?
Yeah, on it easily. Big beard.
As my head hair is full in your drink.
Yeah, well, I seen this product on your head, and it works great.
Actually, I forget. Did I ask you how long you spend on your hair, like doing it every day?
Oh, well, yeah. So I try and keep up with it once a week now, and honestly, it probably takes like 30 minutes, like to make sure it's like
Okay.
even and like.
Yeah, that's a good time investment because I
It-
was
it
looking
is.
online. I spend about 10 minutes a week, and then I was saying there's no day-to-day maintenance once you
See,
do 10 minutes.
I'm jealous of that because I have to like comb it and then style it if I'm going somewhere.
It might be even more than that. 30 minutes a week by the time you do the daily.
Yeah, for sure. It adds up. It's probably like
Hour-ish.
a week. It's probably after a week. It's probably like 3 hours a week on hairstyle.
Wow, 3 hours a week. That's a big time thing.
All right, I'm out of here.
Wait, you gotta do the outro.
Do I? All
Yeah.
right. What's up?
Thanks for coming to the interview. This is POV. We're here to talk about baldness. So, I guess first question to ask you is, what do you think of Mr. POV's baldness? Does it look good? Does it look bad? You can be honest.
Not. I'm not really a fan of it, but if he likes it, I guess I don't really have a choice.
Do you have any other thoughts about it?
No.
So yeah, I think that just about wraps up everything that I wanted to mention about being bald. I would say overall in my first 3 months, I liked it. I like the way that it looks, I like the way that it feels. It's a low cost, fairly easy to maintain. Yeah, I don't really see too many cons of it. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about what it's like to be bald, make sure to comment below and I'll answer them.